Hi guys, welcome back to Creativity Incorporated. My name is Diane and I'm really glad you're here with me in this video. I wanted to throw out a concept out there. Don't judge me, don't go after me. But you know how mermaid is like a thing. I want you guys to consider mermaid. I don't know. I just didn't want to do mermaids in May. Mermaid. Anyways, so for me, it's gonna be September. Mermaid. Think about it. It could be a thing. I don't know. Hashtag Sir Mermaid. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Anyways, let's do mermaids. I have this book. Okay, I'm gonna show you how old this thing is. I liked it because I was collecting coins, like the pennies. No, sorry, quarters for a while. But I was putting them in a jar, and because it would fall off. They would fall off anyways. So see how old it is? Look, 2016 is the last year. So that should give you a hint of how old this thing is. So want to take these off. It will kind of be like a lap book, I guess. Oh man, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna cover it, but it's a cool thing. But I like the length of it. So I have these shells. So what I want to do, I have the idea of like making like a frame with these seashells that I got here. I kind of had sorry, it's like super late. And I went to parent teaching conference and it was like, oh, man, those kids have to like, my son has to go from one point to the other point all the time. Anyways, like that. And I was thinking something like this maybe. I don't know. Like this, like this, like this, like this. Something like this, right? So let's get the good layout. Oh, I'm gonna put this one on this side. Okay, so we've kind of like set where my frame or my shells are gonna make the frame at. Okay, so what I want to do is for them not to be so popping off the frame, the book, because you want to be able to open it, you know. And ideally you don't want it to be past, for me, in my head, I don't want it to be past the spine, because when I open it, I at least want it to be step and flat, right? Flat, and then the step of the spine, and then down. Because if you have it like this, I don't know. Anyways, for me, right? Things have to make sense in my head somehow. So I want to make it at least as close as possible to that. For me to do that, I want to cut into the frame so that some parts are not so high, and some, like these, I want them to stay like this high, but these I want them to go low. So I want to cut around, like for example this one, and I want to like, what? I grabbed the worst marker in the whole world. Okay, let's see. No, you really can't see it, huh? Sharpie. Oh yeah, you can. A little bit. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not super important that, well, sort of. Okay, so I want to go there. I want to go kind of around there. But then don't want to go here. And then not there. And kind of yes here. Okay. I know you guys can't really see the line, but it's there. So I want to cut around the line, and then first I want to cut the hole, then I want to cover the book, just because I don't want to cut through 100,000 layers of fabric or whatever I'm going to decide to wrap this with, because I still don't know what to wrap it with. As you can see, there's no fabric here, so I gotta look. I have a big treasure. Ooh, I do have a big like treasure thing, and that's what I have on my fabric, so I'm gonna go prance around that. But I wanted to start it off and cut this out while I'm watching TV. Okay, so I've cut the shape out. So now what I want to do is I want to put air dry clay, and I want to sculpture it as if this was like a piece of wood, like an old trunk or something like that. Okay, so my idea changed while I was doing this. I think I want to go towards like a mermaid pirate ship kind of chick, you know, like I don't want it to be the girly, and I don't want it to be, at first I was thinking of doing like a mermaid, sort of as if she was like specimen, like a sea specimen, like, you know, just not just a mermaid, but also like a sea creature, and treat it that way. Because, you know, when you're journaling about a mermaid, you can journal it in different aspects, right? Like, you know, take it the girly version, or take it, in my case, like a pirate version, or you could also do the like a sea creature version, you know, which is what I was gonna go for. But, and I still can do it after this. I just want to see how it looks. My main goal was to treat it as if this book was to educate people on mermaids, like whales or fishes, you know. But I had the idea of doing it like if it was wood, like a wood book. My original idea, original, was to make this book look like an old book that somebody found in a library, and this was the centerpiece, right? But and I even wanted to do like a gold frame, and it had the word mermaid. But I think I'm gonna cover it so much that I don't know, it wasn't gonna fly. So I'm gonna grab some air dry clay and try to make a piece of wood or plank or whatever on the, like if it was one of those treasure. Oh, I love this clay. Oh, so it feels so good. By the way, they have this at Walmart. I had not noticed it before because I was always using my daughter's Crayola one. But I guess we all gotta grow up sometime, huh? So, oh, it's so silky and so fresh. Well, let's see how it works. Because I know that, you know, since I've been working with Crayola, I know how it works. And I know that if I mix it with glue, it helps it not to crack and stuff like that. And I'm wondering if those kind of things I can do that with this. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit with glue and see how that goes here. Okay, so I've covered it all. And now what I want to do is make like a, oh man, this thing is drying. Jeez. Okay, gotta hurry up. I want to make like wood slabs, and then once that's done, I want to make grooves. Not grooves, like the, it is grooves, huh? Oh, and then, you know what? It gotta be crooked, like banged out and stuff. And I'm just using a needle. I have this always on my, like attached somewhere on my desk that I can have quick access to because, you know, you always have to poke something, even if it's to poke the bear. But I'm bing, just kidding. No, yeah, just like that. And then I'm gonna do then with the thinner, because I did it with the thicker part, with the thinner part, I'm just gonna do little lines like that. It's drying, so I kind of have to hurry it up. Probably once it's dried, might be easier, right? Well, not these lines, but like carving out like little holes and stuff. So I'm gonna do basic lines, and then once thing is dry, I'm gonna see if I can like carve into it more. Okay, I hope this makes it to the video or to that, but you know what, I don't know, I'm changing my mind again about the vintage book with the mermaid, because I'm going to show you why. Okay, while this is drying, okay, let's gather our thoughts. Okay, my idea was to put seashells in here, and in the center I want to draw sort of like a mermaid trying to come out of the book, right? And I feel like if I had a vintage book, like a very old beat up book, and having it say mermaids and having a mermaid wanting to come out, and it's just gonna be like a painting on epoxy. But if I did that, I think that the idea of the painting of the mermaid, to best sell it, it would be cool if it came from an old book. But now it's coming from an old wooden book. And, you know, wooden does tend to be pirates, but what if I want it to be more of a, maybe I can do a mix match of pirate / specimen of mermaids, right? Like the treasure are the mermaids. Ooh, that might be a good idea. Like, yeah, that might be a good idea. Like, pirates found the mermaid. I know there's like the mermaid lagoon from like Peter Pan, like something like that. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, let's let it dry and let's think about things. Okay, so my next step for now, I don't know, I might change it before I even finish painting this, but I wanted to paint this black, all of it. So for me to do that and for the paint not to chip off, I want to sand the shininess off. and so that the paint doesn't peel off or chip off or whatever. So I'm just gonna do this and then paint all of it black together, and then I don't know where the sky is gonna take us as to color wise, but for now I'm putting a base coat or a prime coat of black all over the book. Okay, so the way I'm gonna prime it is with this chalkboard paint. I swear by this thing. I buy these at the 99-cent store. I love them. I've never had a problem with them like scraping off or anything like that. And it's very thick. It's almost like black gesso. I don't know. I freaking love it. So if you find them and you see, I mean, you see that I use them pretty much in not every like video, but I use them a lot, like a lot. I buy like 3 or 4 at a time, and even if you buy that many and use that many, like it's way cheaper than like any black gesso out there. I don't know, I just love this thing, and I love that it's matte, so I totally recommend it. Okay, so I painted it black with my chalk paint. I've put a coat of this burnt umber. Then I want to do a little bit of this. Now, I want to play with it with different colors like grays and other colors. But for now, just so I can get a basic, not understanding, but a basic color layout. And then, because I want to do the background as like an ocean theme, like greens and blues. I want to eventually see what kind of colors I bring onto my wood. So it kind of, I don't want it to like be completely unmarried with each other. You know, I want it to look like distant cousins. So I wanted to, you know, just kind of put a basic color and then put my layout of like I said, colors in the back, so I can decide then after, come back on to the front and then decide what other colors to add to it. Okay, so yes, I know it's different, a lot different. So I did the black, remember, and then I did a coat of the black, or the brown. Then I did a coat of this King's Gold, like a brushed on, you know, like a dry brushing. Then I did this dry brushing of pewter gray on top of it. Then I did a light black wash of black water. Like this was just the paint that was left over on the cap, and I put water inside, and I just did a dropper like that on the on the large holes. And so pretty much that's it. So it looks like this. So yeah, what I want to do now is my next set of paints. Okay, let me smooth you up. So my next set of paints are these. I'm not sure I'm using all of them, but it's kind of like what I had in mind. So looks under the water-ish kind of theme. So I want to do like this, sort of like a gradient from that color, this green, to the blue. Now, this is metallic, non-metallic, metallic, non-metallic. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll laugh at it together. Deal? Okay, so I want to start by the colors that don't have shimmer. wait, before I put the paints away, I want to show you guys again. You can pause it and copy it if you guys wanted to. These two are Hobby Lobby brand, and these two I think are Michael's brand. Start by doing this. Okay, I'm going to pour this on here, right? I'm gonna make a lagoon or a pond or I don't know, something, right? On here. In order for me to do that, I wanna make sure I have a sealed layer, right? So when I put this double-sided tape, I mean not double-sided tape, this like packaging tape, I want to make sure I'm sealing, like here in these edges, I've sealed everything that there's no gap, because this sucker is a tricky one. Like if there's a gap to find, it will find it, it will get out of your project, and it will make a mess out of it, and then you'll be screwed. So make sure that you have, see right here, I should have done it a little higher. Okay, so make sure that you sealed every edges. If you're patient and you got all the time in the world, I would go around the edges through the inside. So like I would flip my book in the inside and put a little doubler of glue or something in the edges so it doesn't come through. But there's two problems. One, I'm not patient, and two, I ain't got time for this. So I think I did a good job. Okay, so as you remember, it's equal parts A and B. I have a little cup, and yeah. So okay, so I have these little, I think that they called garden or no, party table decoration or something like that. I said garden because I keep them in my garden. I have a like trays of rocks for my plants, but then in between the rocks I put these. I don't know. So what I wanted to do is, because you see they're like doll up, because well, they're in my garden where I keep my rocks. So to fix the shine or sheen on them, I want to pour over them some of this, just a little bit, and see if that helps. I have, wait, this is I think I have like 20 minutes to work with on this. And what I want to do is kind of do that and use this coat mostly to glue things down. And remember, it's mostly to have a thin layer under to paint my mermaid on. And so I'm just using a little bit. I'd rather do a little bit at a time and keep on working it in and keep on doing it, rather than, I think I did it wrong, rather than doing a large batch and getting stuck with it and then just not having it work and stuff like that. So this is cool because you see how it becomes milky. Okay, as soon as it's not milky, that's how you know it's ready to work. See? Okay, so this is how it looks. The first coat I put here, look how the difference, how they look with another coat. And this is how they used to look. So I guess it does work. I mean, you are resurfacing it, so I think it's a great start. Now I want to let it dry, and while we dry this, I'm gonna take it to the kitchen. Okay, so many of you have seen me make how I paint my paper. I know that some people just dip it in water, I mean coffee paper, but I do this. I know you guys seen it before, but okay, just paint, a little bit of paint. It depends on whatever color you want. I usually do black, and sometimes I'll double dip it on, once it's dry, I'll dip it on coffee paper, but today I'm just gonna dip it in black, like this, and then dip it up. And I leave them like this because the trick is if you try to open them when they're wet, you're gonna have all kinds of mess, right? So just thought I showed you guys how to do it not last time, but once again. Okay, this is how the paper ended up looking like. Okay, at first on the paper, I was gonna do that technique where you do bubbles, where you make a soapy water and put paint on it, and then you blow bubbles, and then you know, on the bubbles, you put the paper and it picks up the texture of the bubbles. But I felt like it was gonna get a little lost in translation because one, of the texture, and two, because I've done it before, and it sometimes it doesn't look like bubbles. It looks just like a lot of like a crackled texture, and I really love it. But and I even thought about buying bubble wand. I mean, I bought a bubble wand so that I can use this because it's more bubbly than just using soap, I think. But, or I wanted to try out if it was better, right? Anyway, so I'm making bubbles, like drawn bubbles. So I'm gonna go with this technique of, you know, putting my water. As you guys can tell, I've already started kind of doing them. So I do I'm using the same two colors that I used for the outside of my book. So, so it kind of like matches. Not that I want it to be matchy-matchy, but so it kind of like, you know, it's a cohesive theme. And so I'm using, I'm doing the bubble, and I'm doing a half and half of a color. I'm doing half of it green. And this is the shimmery paint on the book. Remember, I used 2 non-shimmery and 2 shimmery. These are the shimmery ones. So I grabbed that, I did that, and I did this, and I do this. What a tutorial, people. Anyway, so you do this, and then I do this. And I was just told many times ago, just let paint transfer. When you use something to transfer paint, even when you're painting, you know, let paint transfer. So there you go. I use the big one, then I use this one for the little one. Grab green, I grab blue, and I'll grab it here, and then I use where's the little, oh, right here. I use this one, and I grab some blue, and I use blue right here, maybe blue down here, and maybe another blue up over here. And then I use the green one to put green here, and maybe here, and maybe here. Sort of like this, right? And then I grab another brush, and I use a little bit of my water. And then I use a little bit of water down of that same color. Now, remember, this is not like good paper. Not good paper. Like thick paper. So I'm gonna like haphazardly try to make a little bit of that bubble shape so that I don't like go over it and over it again with my water and rip my paper more than it's already. I mean, I like it grungy, but I don't want to rip my paper. Anyways, it's kind of easy. I've seen many videos out there. There's a lot of videos out there for bubble tutorials. And of course, I became an expert after like 5 videos. And at the end of the day, I learned that you just have to like sort of give it a highlight and a low light on a bubble. And there's many ways to making a bubble. But the way I'm doing it, it was just whatever was easy for me to pick up from those. I think what makes a bubble is a little highlight white lines that you put at the end. That makes it a little bit more convincing. Okay, so okay, then I grab my white one. And this one I do it up closer to the edge. And this other line I do it towards the middle. I like the broken ones. Like this, I go like this. Sort of. And then nothing to it, right? There you go, something like this. And then what I did is I did it on most of my papers. And then this paper ripped a lot more than the other ones. So what I did is I don't know if you can see, I did a row of bubbles and then just cut around it because all this was like messed up. So let me see if I can show you. See, it was not paper material, so what I did is I did that. And so this page is going to be a little bit shorter, but I don't think I will mind. See, so anyways, I still have to trim these. I know I folded them in a way, but see, you can do a lot or a little bit. And I love how they're coming out. Look. And so, yeah, I'm going to keep on doing that to all the pages. It's pretty dried, and I love it. I think I am going to add, well, I have other ideas that I want to add on here, but I might end up adding more. I really like how these came out, and maybe add some of these, but then put gold leaf on it so it looks like gold leaf nuggets. I don't know, but for now I want to draw a mermaid trying to come out this way, like a shadow of a mermaid being maybe trapped in here, sort of like that. So that's what I want to draw in here. It's kind of tacky, and I think the acrylic didn't pour so well. This hole right here, this little thing might cause me an issue. I don't know if you guys could see, but the tape caused like a wave like this here, and it's like not thick at all. But I'm gonna try to focus on painting on the side maybe. Also, I noticed that there's still gaps where the acrylic didn't go into, so I think those will be visited by the next pour. I think I want to move this one back a little bit. We'll see. But I want to paint the mermaid, and I'll see you right now. Okay, so idea was as follows. I made a mermaid that's kind of seeping through. Now, I could put it over here, but you guys can't really tell. Let's see. Could you guys see it? Sort of like that. But see, it's foggy because of the tape. So I guess when I would take the tape, that fogginess would go away, and in turn you only have this. And I was still gonna put a coat of very light white or blue, so that it looks like a green. So it looks like a blue-green ocean. I mean, I know the ocean technically is green. It looks blue because of the sky, but oceans are green, my friends. Anyways, so I'm gonna ex-nay this idea. Therefore, I'm gonna bring this next idea. This is a piece of scrap paper, but it helped me to visualize my fin as if the mermaid's like jumped in. So I'm gonna do a fin sort of like this, right? To do that, I'm gonna use a little bit of wire to strengthen the curve and the Sculpey, but I'm not using Sculpey, I'm using this. I got this at Blix. If you guys know, Blix is an art supply store, and they had a bunch of these on sale, so I picked some of them up. Okay, so this is my starting point, right? So I've shaped, I was going to shape the fins just like even on both sides, but I actually went back and unshaped this side just so, because I had them too equally, and I wanted it to have like a natural look, and so I went with one more curly and one more lifted sort of, and then this is the middle. So I started by setting my starting point, and then from there I'm going to like knit it and shape it from there. Okay, so I have my tail, and I made this back butt thing. It looks more like a corset, and it has a little tiny body for a big tail. But my idea was at first to do this. Watch. To go right here and to do this, right? Look. Looks like the mermaid's diving in. Now it's gonna make splash or whatever. But then I thought about maybe this. Watch. This. Right? Okay, maybe not. Okay. Then maybe I was gonna do this instead. Like this. And I think that's the one I'm gonna stick with. But then I don't know, because I feel like it doesn't look like a fin, you know? So then I was thinking of maybe doing this a little bit like somewhere in between, and just kind of having like the tip of this, you know, not without the butt, so just like that. So it kind of looks like it's dissipating into it like that, and angle it maybe. Let's try that. I love talking to you guys because you guys solve my problems. So I'm just cut this. I'm gonna cut this in an angle. Okay. Let's see if that works. Let's see if it works. Doesn't look bad. I think I like that. Right? And since this is wired, I can always kind of reshape it a little bit, you know? And the fact that some of it is going to be submerged under water, I think will look good. Okay, so I say let's paint the mermaid. And to make homage to my favorite mermaid, I'm gonna make it purple. Okay, I have painted my mermaid green and purple, but I don't like it. So just want to show you guys painted it, but I think I'm going to change it to blue because I really didn't like how this looks. Plus I don't think it goes well. I think it clashes and it not clashes at the same time with my book. I don't like how it looks compared to the colors of my book. So I think I'm gonna change it to blues. And I did a black wash on top of it. And then I had it too shimmery, and then I brought it back, and then I took off the shimmery a little bit. And then I may go back green, and because I think what's clashing is the purple. So I'm going to go back and paint it maybe blue and green. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so I think I finally got the color I want. It's not picking up so much in the screen, but it's bluish and the tips are green. Let's see if we can see it up close. And I did a little bit of a black wash on it so that it kind of like it's cohesive. And then now what I want to do is pour that in. I'm so nervous because once I do this, I can't undo it. You know what I mean? Let me see. Okay, so I want to really center this thing. This part is okay, but this part is not. Should I lower it? Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks better. Oh, and I forgot I gotta glue this part. Let's see. I can do it like that. Like that's better. Okay. Now I can put the tail. I put a little bit of heat on this, and then I curved it. You guys see? So that I can fits like the step on here, and then it looks like it's going under that. I got these art stones. I got the medium. And are these by sizes? I don't know. These seem to be medium and these seem to be bigger. And there's a smaller one. They used to be in the stores a long time ago. I'm not I question this one because I've been questioning everything. Anyways, so I think I want to do a little bit of stones like in here. And so I want to do a drop of blue in here. And then I want to do a drop. I know I took off the purple, but I still want to do a little bit of purple. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe just a tiny bit. Ugh, that's not a tiny bit. And then I want to do a little bit of green. Like that. And then I'm just going to shook it. Let's see what happens. Okay, Man, I was hoping that didn't happen, but the purple is like kind of overtaking the whole thing. What I can do is I can just drop a drop of dark blue. Bruh, that's not a top. Okay. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Okay, so let's see what we got to work with. Okay, I got those blue ones right here. And while these dry, like that, I'm gonna put more green on these right here. Let's see if it does it. I mean, I know technically I could put them down and then paint them, but because I wanted to be at like a small little detail and like here and there, I don't know if it's more wise if I would just like sit there and draw. Because what if I do like, I don't know, different colors? I want the different colors to kind of pop out, and if I don't want to sit there and like paint each color, you know what I mean? Okay, so they're dry. This one is semi-dry. I still a little tiny bit tacky, but that just means that it's almost dry. So another reason why I wanted to paint them prior to putting them on is because I want to be able to like put them on and then visualize whether I like it or not without having to commit to painting it. I mean, to gluing it down, then painting it. You know what I mean? So, and because I wasn't too sure of the colors, so that's part of the reason why I didn't want to paint them once they're on here. But I was thinking something like that. Okay, so I made a map. I don't like it at all. The only thing I like is the what is it called? I forgot. I have it on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, I like this. I don't like this. But I don't like how this, and I feel like it's because I need to put more stuff in here. And I just don't like it overall. So I'm going to destroy it in an attempt to make it better. So what I'm going to do that is, and then I'm going to open it up again. And then I'm going to send it. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Oh, it feels super soft. Okay, so now I'm gonna destroy it a little bit more by okay. So hopefully that helps a little bit more. Let's see. Hopefully the marker, I think that I used to do the highlights, is not waterproof, so hopefully there's running, but not so much running. Okay, looking a lot better. Okay, as to the inside, I wanted to start taking off the tape, but the problem is that it's sticky. It's leaving the the glue residue on it, and I can probably clean it up with alcohol. But I think that at the end of the day, the best course of action on this will be to cover it up. I wanted to paint around it and stuff, but it doesn't look as cool as I thought it would. So I think I'm just going to yeah, I think I'm just gonna cover it. Okay guys, here it is. This is the front cover. I love those little accents. I was gonna like do a little rub on of gold on these, but I think I like them like that. I really like it. I'm considering doing those straps that go like this here and here, but when I was putting these here, I realized I didn't leave me enough space to do like a nice strap on these sides, but this is cool. I like it. Okay, so magnet, it opens. Let me put something here so that I don't scrape it. And this is what I did to the inside. Wait, let's do the whole thing. Okay, I made these papers. You guys saw how I made them, and then I made bubbles on them. Can you see them? So every page has bubbles, but like for example, this page has bubbles, but on the other side. But I drew a lot of bubbles onto this one, and then another one, and here's another one. So there's 2 signatures, and I have these little clips made out of aluminum cans that I did a while ago, and right now these are what's holding them down. I have other clips, but I feel like this is the most accurate thing as to not vision, but idea of like looking old and all that stuff. But yeah, this is a soda can. You see that? So I just have it clipped here, and here you can kind of still see some of the seashells. So I kind of painted over it, but I mean, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera. You could still see within the mist of the water, sort of. I know. I made this net thing looking here. This is the same one I did for my fairy wing. It's Halloween time, so if you see these, pick them up. I think they're $1 or $2, and I used them in many different ways. So this one, from texture to net for fishing or mermaid to texture for my wings. I mean, I love this thing. Anyways, this is a pocket here that I made here, that goes here. I was thinking of making like a hole here and actually clipping this onto here, because this is kind of glued down quite firmly, so I feel like it could hold this here, so it could be binded. But I think I want to make something more seashell-y, like, I don't know, mermaid-y, like, or something that would go here. Then I could cut in and put it in there. But I also don't need to make something more, like, elaborate so much, because I don't want it to be getting stuck on here. So that's where my dilemma came in. Okay, so there's that. There's the pocket, and here's the map. I feel like Dora on the map, on the map. And so this thing flows this way. Glued it here. left this here. Sat on this for a while. So it's like flat. Because you guys remember we did it like fluffy. Look. Doesn't look that bad, does it? I think that I chose the wrong color for this. And these little things here. But then if I would have done a blue octopus, it would have blended in. Or I thought about gray octopus actually. And I didn't like it so much. There's no labels or words on it yet. That's something I can play with later. I've caught myself finishing a couple of journals on Instagram. So I feel like some of these journals, like the Star Wars one, Mandalorian, I finished it and I put the inside guts of how I finished the inside binding and all that stuff on Instagram. And I feel like that if I work on journals further than what I do on the tutorials, it will be on Instagram. And there you guys have it. There you folks have it. I love how it looks. It kind of, I don't know if you guys can see. It does close. There you go. Okay, so it closes. It holds. It's a good size. I love how it looks. Let me know what you guys would have painted the mermaid. I mean, do you think it looks dark? Would you have kept it purple? Would you do it any different? I did darken the inside of the lagoon. Put a second coat of a darker blue-green mixture. And I like how it looks. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I dragged some of the things out so it looks like the water's coming out, you know, of the book. Sort of how you seen those frames where the water's like pouring out with the boat. I kind of like felt something like that could happen here. But in any case, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you would have done better, or any thoughts and suggestions for other videos maybe. Till next time, guys, stay safe. I love you guys. Stay crafting, and see you guys later. Bye.